So hi everybody, this is issue 10, this is Back of the Gauntlet part 2, only one piece and a few screws. Right guys, so this is issue 10, Back of the Gauntlet part 2. Now, there isn't many parts, there isn't much bulk. I know that there's a few people out there that like to complain when they get a short issue. My personal opinion is that, you know, you get big issues, you get small issues, and it's all about the total cost and the total build. However, those that like to whinge when we have a small issue with not much to do, I'll just give you a short amount of time just to have a little whinge, and that's enough of that. Let's get on with the issue. So the parts that we've got with this one is A35. It looks like a kind of a star. I'm not happy with that bit there. It's got a little bit of a it looks like maybe it was wet or greasy underneath and the paint didn't stick to it. But that's all right, I suppose. I'm not going to. In fact, actually, it's probably a defect in the metal, and it's actually picked up the contour. But that's okay because it's painted distressed, and that is distressed. But guys, if you made this issue, tell me, have you had that same issue there? Let's have a look. Right, so that's all the parts. We've also got 4 screws plus 2, which is 6, which I've already taken out of the packet. And what we need to do is take the final assembly from issue 9, which is the one with the stones in it. And what we're going to be doing is, when working on the assembly of the back of the gauntlet, it's generally best to do so by removing the stones. Whoops! By removing the stones first. So let's remove this stone, which is actually not as easy as it looks. Believe it or not. So let's remove that. They're held in place by magnets. Then fix A35. Now that's handy. I can see that the spacing between the screws is different on one side, so that's not going to fit upside down, and it looks like that's the correct way, which it is. So we're going to pop that on. We're going to flip this upside down, and as quick as I can, I want to attach a first screw so that that won't fall out. So I'm going to pick any random corner, and I'm just going to pop that in just enough so it grabs. And then I'm going to pop in a second screw on the opposite corner. You don't have to do it this way, it's just the way I like to do it. And it's a little bit difficult to handle. If you're holding it like in a corner, it's quite weighty. Now that screw's got to come out again because I've put it in at an angle. So push it from the other side so that you get that extending as high up as you can. That'll just help the screw go in a little bit better. I'm getting rid of that screwdriver because it's not picking screws up because it's not magnetized. I keep whinging about that throughout the builds. Although, you know, this is like 9-10 weeks worth of builds for YouTube, but it's like a couple of hours for me because I'm batch building. It's part of the reason why I'm not doing too many catch-ups, because I want to release these videos 1 week at a time, but I don't want any gaps in the video series. So I need to make sure I've got the next issues before I start. You know, I need this pack finishes with issue 11. I need to make sure I've got issue 12 before issue 11 is released. So, you know, as they're released, and then we'll see what happens, and then I can start thinking about catch-ups in the future. And my wrist is really hurting. I am so As you know, I've not been on YouTube for quite a while now, which means I've not been part work making, and it's, you know, I'm screwing the wrong screw in there, I think. Yes. Yeah, and it's, I'm so out of practice, it's amazing. So there we go. Right, that's in as far as it'll go. And do you know what, it doesn't look awful, that little, I'm going to call it a defect. Right, so this can go back in straight side up there. That slides in there nicely. So not a major change to the whole build, but it is quite nice. And I did say in another issue that I'm not going to talk about future issues until I come to them, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many issues are coming in the next pack. But a little bit of a spoiler, I think they should have put one less issue. Now I'll talk about that in the next week. So hopefully I will catch you next week. We'll do a little bit more on this. This is the end of back of the gauntlet. So is it the back? I would say it's the front, isn't it? No, that's the front, that's the back. Yeah, back of your hand. Right guys, yeah, so I'll catch you next week when we'll be working on issue 11. Thanks for watching.